Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Womb Awakening. I'm Madeline Eames, the creator of this channel, and I hope you find some help and healing and validation here. Now, if you're looking for all of my videos on chronic pain and healing trauma and sensitive people, go to my other channel, which is Mindful Living Now, and you will find a huge resource library there. But I'm away right now at a trauma healing conference, and I've been in this field for over 3 decades now. And I want to just invite you to look at, your trauma so much, but your trauma adaptations a different way. So when we go through an overwhelming circumstance in our life that we're not able to process at the time, that's what we call trauma. And that's what can sometimes get stuck in our nervous system when we don't have a chance to talk, to shake, to breathe, to move through all those emotions that remain in their original state in our bodies. It causes a lot of tension and a lot of anxiety, doesn't it? And a lot of beliefs that I'm not good enough, or emotions like shame and guilt. So I'm going to share a personal experience here that's not trauma related. But when I was very young, and I want to say around 8 or 9, I started to realize that I had an ability to leave my body, to whoosh, come out of my body, and be up there and be looking at myself. And it wasn't during a time of trauma. It was just a realization that this was a possibility. And when I kind of settled down at night and I would realize I could do this, and I started to, really kind of realize that I didn't think anybody else was doing it. So I, just kind of shut it down. But it felt very normal to me. It felt natural. So fast forward, we do have this ability to leave our bodies during those times. And whether it's consciously or unconsciously, where it's too difficult, too stressful, too overwhelming to stay in our body. And so during times of anxiety, during times of chronic pain or abuse, we disconnect. And I certainly did disconnect at other times, like we all have. I disconnected in a massive way because it was just so easy. And at times it feels better to be numb than to be in your body. But true healing does require a return back home to your body, which is the ultimate goal, if you will, of trauma healing. So I want you to think about the adaptations that you have, that you were probably born with. And I'm speaking to the empaths and the sensitive women mostly that I work with. What if the ability to leave your body was a gift? It's a magical gift that you have. What if the ability to read the room, to pick up the emotions of other people in the room, was a gift? And your trauma may have necessitated that this gift come forth. But what if it was going to come forth anyway? What if it was a magical power that you have? And so when we look at patterns, trauma adaptations, as we call them, as if the trauma isn't enough, now we have the trauma adaptations to cope with that, we don't necessarily view positively. People pleasing. What if your ability to pick up on sadness and grief in other people was a gift that naturally brought you to a place of people pleasing? And so we really, and I don't negate the fact that we need at a very root level very basic, a lot of healing around the trauma itself. But after we're first through that initial stage, what if all those ways that you were able to shapeshift around different people, that you're able to maneuver yourself and, perhaps contort yourself in different ways? What if that was actually a gift? So when we start to look at this in a different way, when we're through the basic trauma healing, we can start to really embrace these patterns as perhaps not something to shut down, but something to actually work with, harness, and amplify. Those are my thoughts for today. And I hope you'll take them forth, think about them, leave a comment below, and let me know if you want to harness your own gifts through some of my breathwork journeys, where I work with sensitive women who are beautiful, brilliantly gifted, creative human beings like you. If you've listened this far, join one of my breathwork journeys. Reach out to me. I work with individuals as well. And let's move through that trauma. Let's move through the patterns that keep you small. Let's harness these gifts of magic that you are here to bring to the world. All right, thoughts for today. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.